Hello. I thought today we would try something a little bit different as we come into 2025 more and more. It would be nice to have some little unusual techniques for our Reiki that we can bring forward and doesn't involve expensive workshops and complicated, unusual rituals or anything like that. Hopefully, this will be quite simple. And the idea is that we can use these in our everyday lives with just a few minutes, a little bit of dedication, a little bit of time for ourselves, and hopefully of ourselves a nice transformative experience. And I'm going to show you four different things to go through today. And number three is probably my favourite, so you definitely don't want to miss that one. But all of them are equally potent and effective in their own right. So let's come to the first one, which is each day have a little reset of your energy each and every day. So you wake up in the morning and you might be thinking like, oh, feeling a bit off today. Rather than just carry on as usual, like a lot of us do, don't we? We just soldier on, stiff upper lip and all that. Let's just take a pause and just literally reset everything. So imagine, and the best way I find of doing this is to imagine this golden light coming in from the top of your head, connect to your Reiki, but even if you're not attuned to Reiki, you can still use this method. But imagine this golden light coming in through your crown, and just with your breathing, just imagine it spiraling gently down through your third eye, right through your nasal area, through your throat, right into your heart. You notice I'm doing a spiraling as well, spiraling energy rather than just static, into your solar plexus, into your sacral, into your base, and right down into the base of your feet. And then imagine it coming up your back. So imagine it coming up the back of your legs, to the base of your spine, into your lower back, into your mid back, right into your shoulders, the back of your neck, right to the top of your skull, and back around to the crown again. And here we have this wonderful loop of energy. And then what I would say to you is, when you're doing that, as you're resetting your energy each day, just do that a few times until you find yourself, you feel like, right, is my energy in a good place now? Am I ready to carry on? And when you feel you carry on, you can simply end the practice. And while you're there, why not bring in a few affirmations for yourself? Say to yourself, we'll have a magical day today. It's going to be the best day ever. It's going to be literally sunshine and gold dust with every step I take. Now, I can't promise you that's going to happen for you, of course, but at least we go out there with that right intention, because believe you me, our intentions are so important for us to elicit the best of our energy, to be in a place that brings us joy as much as possible. And as we go through our day, this may just be the trick for you. So that's the first one. And the second one, I mean, how many of us, we go through our day, find ourselves like thinking of people we've met the day before, or dreading going, oh God, I've got to see Mrs. Partridge later for a sort of like a dressing down in the office or something. Or, you'll be thinking later, oh, I've really got to go out tonight, but I'm going to see like Jim Johnson from number 42. He just drones and drones. He talks so much, and I just find myself drained. And when you go to these people and events and whatever's in your life, they form attachments, don't they? They kind of like bond with you, and you find yourself, if you're not careful, being really bogged down with all those energies. Now, I can't promise that I can't stop you going and see a Mrs. Partridge or Mr. Johnson. Sometimes life happens, and we will emerge with these people. However, we can do something about their attachment to us. So what you can do is just, again, at some point during the day, when it's right for you, you can make all of these things part of your wake-up ritual, or just when you feel it's necessary. Just imagine that you're armed with this beautiful kind of like sword of light, for want of a better word. And just imagine you go down your left side, severing any energy cords or attachments from those particular individuals that are kind of, you feel attached to you. Or you could just say, just sever all attachments that would not be necessary. And then on the right side, you could do something similar. Chop down all those attachments there. On your knees, all the attachments there. On your back, chop all the attachments there. And just imagine this sort of like vortex of energy just cutting away everything you don't need. Almost like you're like a whirling dervish, just cutting away all those ties. And again, that is so beneficial to our energy because we feel refreshed, rejuvenated. We're not feeling that kind of like, oh, I'm stuck, I'm drawn to this person or that person who's just holding me back. No, we're in a position to move ourselves forward by just cutting those cords each and every day. And again, find a routine that works for you. I think that's really important. So another thing we can certainly think about is we can really use our Reiki for this benefit. But again, just intention alone is very, very powerful. And it is in the art of manifestation. What wondrous things would be wonderful in our lives right now? So we have to be very careful with this word, want. Beware of the word want, because if you're stipulating, I want this, the universe is saying you always want this. So we will always have you wanting this. You'll never actually achieve this. So rather than that, think of whatever comes to your heart's desires, whatever that may be. Let's imagine, for example, I'll try to use my imagination here. Maybe you're a novelist and you see yourself signing books that you've written. So rather than saying, I want to be an author with all these books that I'm signing, instead, think of that situation or imagine that situation, feel that book signing session in your heart, and then go there with feeling. So feel how that would be for you. And what you're kind of doing there is you're transmitting from your heart space into that potential reality. Rather than kind of like saying, this is what I want. You're now feeling that energy. You're feeling that emotion. You're transmitting almost to the universe that this is the place it's right for me. And once again, I cannot sort of like 100% validate this is going to happen, but surely that's a much better way of working with your energy to feel, don't think. As soon as we start thinking, that's a different energy altogether, and it kind of like find ourselves probably not in alignment with it. But if we feel into that space, use your Reiki for sure, imagining that future, send Reiki energy into that space as well. But even just going there with pure intention and feeling and imagining that happening for you, wow, now you see why it's one of my favourite ones that I've chosen, haven't you? It is a beautiful place to be. So let's walk into that space, shall we? If you're with me, let's do that. And finally, the last one I wish to speak about, it's so if we go around our day each day, now you could live in a place that's got chaos all around, books lot on the shelves, clothes dumped on the floor, bed sheets up in the air, washing hasn't been done for 2 weeks because you're lazy, or maybe you just haven't got the time. Maybe not. But you see where I'm coming from. Now, I'm sure most of you are watching this right now, so I don't do that, Gary. No, 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 no. Which is fair enough. But how about when you do your energetic practices, your sort of spiritual practices, do you then cleanse the space before you work? It's almost like having a little hoover and hoovering up all that debris that might be loitering around your own space. So I feel what would be a nice little trick is literally just have an energetic spring clean of your space before you actually do any of your self-healing or meditations or whatever you write. So imagine golden light coming into your hands and then just pushing it out there, pushing it out into the space you're going to work with. Now, I've really kept this simple. I'm not using symbols here. I'm just using a nice visualization and energy work to push that thought out there and really just spreading yourself out nice and wide. That for me is so, so effective at pushing that energy out there. And once again, you can, of course, if you're attuned to Reiki level 2, whatever, you might want to use a Shoko Ray or Seihiki. Punch doesn't show any, even if you wanted to. Um, Although that's not really a cleansing energy for me, but you might feel that works. Use your tools, whatever's right for you. So all of those, I've got a little question for you all now. What is your favourite one of those? Is it the daily energy reset? Cutting those cords? A sense of manifesting and feeling? Remember to feel, that's so important. Or is it just that cleansing that space so you are in the most perfect place you wish to be? Please do. I invite you to share your thoughts and comments with me. It really does sort of like make, it adds to this whole experience. We build that community spirit. I'm so up for building a community spirit on here, and it thrills me that I've literally just gone past 250 subscribers. It's absolutely blown me away. Thank you so much for all those that have taken the time to subscribe. It does mean a lot. And my last little offering for you, my little gift for you that are still here, because I know a lot of people will have gone by now, so you are in now, hardcore element. If you'd like a novel way of working with your Reiki energy, then just put swipe me in the comments below. And maybe if you've already got all that stuff and you're still here, just put in the comments 100% Gary. And then I'll know that you've watched this to the very, very end. And I salute you for being in that special band. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along, and I'll see you in the next one.